So,
That's why I'm telling sa mga kababayan natin, relax lang kayo. We're putting this all together and planning this.
dahan-dahan. Okay, Jordan will very inexperienced team. So many people are questioning, no? Ano ba talaga ang mindset ng SVP, ng national team, going into Jakarta? Was it the mindset na hindi tayo mananalo? Talagang this was just an experiment, this was just a tryout, this was just a learning adventure or opportunity, and the mindset was not to win the FIBA Asia Cup. So, Coach?
The mindset was to enter the quarterfinals. Our target was really to make it to the top 8. But very early, we said that we wanted to manage expectations, and yes, we know that it's going to be a very, very difficult proposition to play against Lebanon, New Zealand. I mean, both those teams are in the Final Four. Ganun kalakas yung dalawa eh. The teams in our group are in the Final Four. So we were trying to manage expectations from the start. After all, the FIBA Asia was something that we wanted to do well in, so that we can improve our ranking in Asia, in the FIBA rankings, right? But in the end, sa totoo lang, it is really not a qualifier for the World Cup nor the Olympics or any of that sort. So we took the opportunity to fill in a team with a lot of young players, and yun ang sitwasyon eh. Those are the conditions that were given us, right?
Right.
So that's how we approached it. Yeah.
Oh, of course, because of that, alam natin that many streaks came to an end. You know, yung ating streak about making the quarterfinals, yung ating streak of not losing to Japan for many years. No, na even you were very protective of that. You had, really protected that bastion natin. No, na we were still kings, at least in that regard. No, but of course, everything has to come to an end, and it did. So, many people are now looking and saying, kulang ng tao. Kulang yung team, obviously, inexperienced, maliit. We were out-rebounded in most of our games, if not all of our games. And of course, we lacked the exposure. Ang tanong po ng marami is, bakit ganun? Sa dami-dami ng player natin, sa dinami-dami ng programa, in fact, you started a program even when we were awarded the FIBA World Cup, yung 23 for 23. And then we had the Gilas draft, we had the Gilas pool, we had that pool of young kids that were under Coach Tab. Sa dinami-dami niyan, and of course the PBA, bakit wala tayong player? I think that is the frustration that maraming mga fans ay tinatanong sa lahat ng kinauukulan. How do you react to that, Coach?
Yes, and unfortunately, pinagbibintangan nila ako for that. Hindi ko naman kasalanan yun. That's the landscape of Philippine basketball, right? But they have to understand, we sat down with the PBA, with the SVP leadership to craft a program when they appointed me last February 1. That's the other thing. 4 months pa lang ako sa trabaho, so I was given a program that had very little left in that program. So we started from scratch. Naalala ko parang ito yung sa atin nung 2007, we were coming off a suspension, and then biglang na-lift yung suspension, and then 2-3 months maglalaro na tayo, FIBA Asia na, di ba? We were scrambling. So that's the situation that we're in now. So in fairness to the PBA, they already are making sure that they play all the tournaments now. They're compressing the schedule so that they can give us all the time in the world in 2023. So that in 2023, they can give us 3.5 months. Middle of May, June pa lang, wala ng PBA. We will have access to all the players for 3 months. So parang ang ginagawa nila, anyway, qualified na tayo. So let them run through their schedule now. And you very well know, di ba? They have contracts, di ba? They have contracts with the TV coverage group. They have contracts with so many, the PBA, so many other obligations that hindi naman nila pwedeng basta-basta hintuin yung liga nila, di ba? And I fully understand it. Those are the cards that are dealt us. Those are the cards that are given us. So we have to make do, and we have to do our best. So for example, dun sa SEA Games, the UAP and NCAA was ongoing, so hindi naman natin
Oo nga.
masama all the best. So, that's not my fault. So, parang ngayon, sa akin nagagalit yung mga tao eh. Bakit daw ganun? Hindi ko naman kasalanan yun, di ba? So,
Well,
all, except to say that, yeah, alam na natin itong problema. That's why
Yes.
nga for 2023, planado yun na yan, planchado na yan. By May or June 2023, wala nang liga. All of the players will be given at the disposal of the national team for us to choose from, to put together the best pool possible. Para nga itong lahat ng problema ngayon mawala na.
maganda yun kasi in fact alam natin na nanawagan na si Al Panlilio, presidente ng SBP, na ibigay ang kanilang mga players, at the same time ay i-synchronize ang schedule para sa World Cup, no, because we are hosting the World Cup. But you know, again, some of the critics are saying, ang tagal-tagal na nating alam to, no? Itong schedule ng lahat, talaga namang ganyan yan, di ba? Kaya nga gumawa ng mga programa nung araw. In fact, you started it and then napunta kita, then naibalik sa'yo. And we knew that we were going to host since 2017. And 1 year with 1 year to go, barely a year to go, and parang we're back to square one. Would you admit that somehow hindi nyo na-anticipate to and there was a mishandling of the situation? Is that going to be fair?
No, I was the biggest supporter of the program that Tab put together. Diba, he put a team together, he trained, they played very well against Korea, against all the other teams because they had 3 months, diba, nakabubble sila for 3 or 4 months.
Right.
Yung team ni Tab, and that was the vision that we had in mind. Ganong team, keep them together, practice lang kayo ng practice. And everyone was very happy with that setup. Ang problema, nawala yung mga players eh. Diba? So, one morning, Tab woke up, he had no more players. The players left for Japan, the players got drafted in the PBA. That's why I was called in. So he stepped aside and I was called in to revive and resuscitate the program. Kaya tama yung mga nagsasabi, alam na talaga natin yun, kaya nga ginawa na ng plano yan from before. Ang problema, nagka-werde-werde yung plano. And then I was called in only in February to resuscitate. So I was hired on February 1 and then meron na kagad game in the Feb 25 window, di ba? So that's not my fault, di ba? Na konti lang yung time na nabigay sa akin. And we have put together what I think is a good program, that if we have 3 months to fully prepare, go abroad, attend camps, compete in European tournaments, parang ginawa natin noong 2014.
2014, all right. Yeah.
We went abroad and trained as a team. Then, that's the plan that we have now put together.
Coach, yung
Okay.
sinasabi natin dito na, you know, you came with a young team, of course, and now sabi natin na they are benefiting, hopefully they will benefit from the experience na nakuha natin sa Jakarta, nakuha nila during the Southeast Asian Games, nakuha nila sa mga qualifier. I think that is correct, but with the Colatilia, that will only be justified and worth it kung itong mga player ding ito ang gagamitin mo for the World Cup, or at least sila yung ilan sa kanila ang maipapasok doon. Pero kung ang bubuuin na naman natin ay mga players na galing sa PBA na hindi naman naglaro ngayon, halimbawa, hindi naman humarap sa mga players na nakaharap natin ngayon, and malamang ay makakaharap din natin eventually, do you think that, you know, that learning will be worth it pa rin? And so I guess the question is, do you agree that it should still be this core and just to be complemented by the PBA?
We have to field the best team possible. So whatever that composition is, it's still too early to tell. I heard Coach Tim Cohn's interview last night, and he said that even he cannot pick a 12-man lineup at this point. It's too early to tell. But having said that, in the next window, we are going to have quite a number of PBA players in the lineup. Ihahalo na natin sila now with the core from the FIBA Asia. So we are going to see now sino talaga yung pwede. So this
Okay.
is really a work in progress. So we're going to take a look at who are the guys right now na eliminate na yung North Court. So I can already say that yeah, we're really looking at Malonzo. How can he play with these guys? Can Malonzo play with Carl Tamayo, with Dwight Ramos? Dwight is already working out. His injury is much better. So he has given us his commitment for the next window. So those are the things that it's a process kasi and siguro ang mali namin, hindi namin sinabi sa mga tao yung buong plano. Pero syempre we don't want naman to divulge all our plans, di ba? Kasi pero inupuan na namin to a few months ago pa. We thought long and hard about it. We knew what was going to happen. And that's why we said, let's just keep trying, putting players in and keep trying and take a look kung sino yung pwede. And then in the end, we will make our final determination. For example, now, we'll take a look. How can si Jordan Clarkson, kung maglalaro siya, can he play with Third Ravenna, with Ray Parks, diba? With some other PBA guys. So at least makita natin and I think those things are going to tell us a lot, and hopefully we're confident it will help us in 2020.
We heard about the news na maglalaro nga si Jordan Clarkson at least for the fourth window in August because off-season pa sila and wala pa yung training camp, so obviously he can play. What is the point of bringing Jordan during that window, coach? Considering na non-pairing yan, and ika nga it will be a very very short period. What is your rationale at saka anong objective mo dyan sa pagpasok ni Jordan at that time?
Same thing, we want to see already how he's going. Ayaw naman natin nasa 2023 pa natin makita, di ba? We already want to get a taste, a feel of the kind of game that he's going to bring and already build the understanding, know some of the players already that he's going to play with, because precisely we want to build the relationships as early as possible now. Whether that's 2 games lang, 1 window lang, I mean, sabi ko, we will take it. Why not, right? Aside from giving the Filipino fans a treat, something to look forward to, something to watch, di ba? I mean, I hope they would want to come out and watch Jordan Clarkson play. It's going to be his first time to play for the national team in the Philippines. So
does that mean that Jordan Clarkson will be seeded for the World Cup? Talagang kung siya ay libre, siya ay maglalaro. Yung bang ibig sabihin nun, coach?
Jordan Clarkson has already committed that he is going to be available for the 2023 World Cup.
Okay.
Will he be the final naturalized player in our lineup? That remains to be seen. Again, ayoko naman magsalita ng patapos.
Okay.
But between us, it's kind of hard to keep a talent like Jordan, to not take a talent like Jordan Clarkson, right? When NBA Sixth Man of the Year is available. And more importantly, he's committed practice time already. He's already committed a 4 or 6 week practice time for Gilas next year in the run-up to the World Cup. So,
excellent.
Di ba? So,